We're off and running. 6 cards apiece.
6 cards apiece. Kenny Oberg leads with an island. Llanowar Elf from Luis.
A beautiful, beautiful beta.
Beta Llanowar Elf, it's true. And he's got the Ice Age snow-covered forests in play, too. This draw brought to you by the year 1995.
Won ya.
It's funny, I could see Luis had another elf in his hand. He chose not to play it. Doesn't want to overcommit and get explosives down.
Well, I think the plan is to, build up his Jide, get in, and just get in for 4 or 5 with a guy each turn.
Sure. Island, island, island from Oberg. Yeah, Jite's annoying for Kenny to deal with. Yandaza does indeed take game 3 from Saito. Comboed out, so Saito's up 2 games to 1 now. Get a look at Kenny's hand. I do see an Explosives. Also see a Trinket Mage, a Chrome Mox, and a Vidalcan Shackles. That Shackles could take over the game if it wasn't for Jite.
Right.
But the Jite hurts. So there's Trinket Mage as the play Kenny elects.
We could see...
Is this great? Does he go get Great Furnace?
Pithing Needle on Jite.
Oh, Pithing Needle's not bad. I don't think he's got any red mana, though. I mean, Great Furnace has got to be tempting. And then he can Explosives for 2 to get to Jite. Eyeballing the Needle at the moment.
I mean, we just talked about how sort of defining that Jite was in terms of its ability to shackle and
no, it's true. It's just
the board.
Pithing Needle as an answer is vulnerable to Shaman coming back and killing it.
Sure. And he just tucked it back down into his deck.
Yeah, I might go. I think Great Furnace. I like that play. Goes and gets Great Furnace. Now he can Explosives for 2. Probably trades Trinket Mage for Elf and a counter, and then Explosives for 2, something like that.
Sure. Sees what Luis does on his turn.
No, Elf picks up the Jite. Trinket Mage does indeed block.
Of course, that's what I presumed.
1 counter on the Jite sitting there, and Luis plays another Elf. So Kenny's got a Great Furnace in his hand that he just got with Trinket Mage. We expect to see that. Probably followed by Explosives for 2. Well, there's Pyrite Spellbomb. And he nails the Elf. Interesting. Would you nail the Elf there? I might wait to make him spend mana to put the Jite on it. You denied him the ability to tap the Elf for mana. Oh, there is...
Checks to make sure it doesn't say non.
Oh, it gets the Great Furnace.
I was going to say that anything he gets is vulnerable to the Shaman.
Wow.
Here comes Shackles.
Yeah, but the Jite, he chose to Pyrite Spellbomb the Elf instead. If he could have done the Explosives for 2 to deal with the Jite.
17.
Now, how does he... Now it's 3 counters on the Jite. I guess he just needs to draw red mana into Explosives for 2. I don't know about picking off the Elf there. 4 islands, so this will cost him 2 Jite counters. Seems like the right play to force him to use them. Still all blue mana for Kenny.
He just put a marker on top of his deck. He has some upkeep effect. He's going to want to...
Well, he wants to think about the Shackles, probably. Yeah. He's trying to remind himself to untap the Shackles. Luis's hand is Summoner's Pact,
which is going to go get a Viridian Shaman.
Yes. Viridian Shaman, down goes Shackles.
I think it's just amazing how Luis has just transformed this matchup into something other than what
I'm impressed.
Anyone thought it was going to be.
I am very impressed by Luis Scott Vargas right now. Pen on top of his library to make sure he remembers to pay for Summoner's Pact.
I heard at least one story of someone who had the counter on top of their library who just said,
What is this for? Go away.
Birchlaw Rangers.
Luis Scott Vargas is really going to come back and win this with an aggro Elves beatdown deck. He's just Jite against the Tesserator. Ether Spellbomb for Kenny Oberg. He does have Engineered Explosives in his hand, which could deal with the Jite, but he's got no red mana.
And not a ton of time.
Looks like a couple of Chrome Moxes as well.
Yep.
So it sounds like the break Martin Yuza had to get up was not a bathroom break,
Yeah.
but a travel agent break.
He has to rebook his flight home. Yep. Spellbomb bounces the Shaman that was holding the Jite. Makes sense.
Right. And sort of negates the Shaman for the time being. He's not
Yes.
going to replay it.
No more Jite counters. Takes 3 damage. Can't be happy to be bouncing a Shaman, but you do what you got to do. There's the Flooded Strand.
Huh?
Cracks it, takes a damage. Finally, he's going to have to take 3 damage to get that red into play untapped.
What's it?
Explosives for 2. Pass the turn.
Four.
Luis Scott Vargas attacks for 3. Shaman and Birchlaw Ranger get in there.
Therefore, oh, Michael.
Oh, Michaeloff. Wow. What does Kenny Oberg do now?
Hello, Jamie Wakefield.
Really, he needs... I have no idea how he gets out of this.
And he devours 1.
Yeah, devours 1, so it's a 6/6. In theory, he could land Shackles to steal it.
24.
So
Luis
Explosives
gets
blows
alive.
up the Jite. Yeah, he has to go land Shackles and steal the 6/6. But I don't think he's got that. There it is. There's the handshake.
Oh my gosh!
Luis Scott Vargas.
Utterly
3
demolished
games
in the
to
first
2.
2 games.
He did. He played about 1 turn of Magic in the first couple of games and comes back from 0-2 down to go win, win, win. Turns his combo deck into Jite aggro. Wow.